What's up, everybody? Jeff Moores with Think International, helping leaders and creatives go further, faster, with greater impact. Today we are in a 4-part series on how to build strong, productive, and healthy teams. And in this video, I'm gonna give you 4 tips on how to keep your team from plateauing and going on to the next level. There comes a point in every team when you start to get comfortable with each other, you guys get into a rhythm, a great routine, but here's the danger, is that comfort can kill and routines can ruin. That's why it's important that you do this first step, and that's this: challenge and change. You need to make sure that you're challenging your team, that you're bringing something new to the table, that you're encouraging them and inspiring them to start new ministries, new programs, or even do new events, because that's going to cause them to think differently and to challenge themselves to grow in those areas. Next is this: change things up. See, when things are going well in the ministries that I lead, I'm constantly thinking about what can we do different and what can we do better. And then I think about what is it that we're doing right now that isn't gonna necessarily work for the long run, so that we can change it up. So change things. And here's the deal with change though. Not everybody likes change. It causes discomfort and it can cause a little bit of pain, but there is no progress without pain. It may actually cause a little bit of dip in productivity, but in the long run, it's gonna help you out. Secondly, get your team around next level leaders. That means contacting churches, ministries, businesses, organizations that are much further than where you're at, that are where you want to go. Get a hold of them. Ask them if maybe your team can come and shadow their team for a day, or even just spend a couple of hours. That means getting the person that oversees your events to hang out with the person that oversees their events. That way their vision can be expanded. They can see what's possible, and hopefully they can begin to dream bigger and even begin to achieve those dreams. The other thing that's important too is to get them to conferences. Get them to conferences where not they're just gonna be inspired, but where they're gonna learn practical wisdom, practical insight, and practical action, so that they can continue to further their skills and further your organization. Thirdly, and this one might hurt a little bit, but just stay with me, create a budget for your team's self-improvement. That's right, spend money on your team. Recently, I was just at a business conference and I was listening to a major leader in a particular field, and they quoted this stat. They said that for every $1 that you spend on your self-improvement, you'll see a $7 return in your business. That's a 7x return for every $1 spent. Now, if you're in a church, or if you're in a ministry, or so on and so forth, or a nonprofit, it isn't always about dollars, but just think about that. For every $1 that you spend on your team, it's possible to see a 7 times return on whatever it is that they're learning in your organization. And some even say it's as high as 30 times a return. So think about that. Create a budget for their self-improvement, because you're gonna see it pay off in your ministries, organizations, churches, or businesses. Fourth and lastly, create small, achievable goals for your team. Oftentimes as leaders, we have such grand vision that we can overwhelm our teams, and when we overwhelm our teams with grand vision, we can stagnate them. That means that we need to begin to break down our grand goal, our grand vision, into smaller goals that they can move towards. So that way they can achieve these goals, and when you achieve a goal, you feel like you win. When you feel like you win, you gain confidence, and you gain confidence to move towards the next goal. So again, let me just hit this: small, achievable goals for your teams to move towards. Hey, so hopefully you've enjoyed this 4-part series on how to build strong, productive, and healthy teams. If you have, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Think International, and go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below. And if there's any other leadership or creative content you'd like us to do a series on, please let us know. Until then, keep killing it, and we will see you next time.